Welcome to the Inspired by Jacqueline podcast, a refreshing place for women struggling with entrepreneurship, faith, or infertility. Stay tuned for today's episode. In today's episode, I open up with entrepreneurship. What is it? What is entrepreneurship? Let me define it for you. It is the process of creating, organizing, managing, and running a new business to generate profit. In other words, it's a new business model that showcases what you, yes, you, will be bringing to the table compared to other entrepreneurs. So now with that, I'm going to share my story so that you can get an understanding of how I started and where I'm at. I'll share a little snippet. I won't make it too long, I promise. But I wanted to at least give you the foundation, my foundation. I was a little girl. No, just kidding. I was a little girl with a dream. My dream was definitely not to be an event planner. When I was a little girl, there was no such thing in the books in school about event planning. That was not the case. When I grew up, it was all about getting into the best schools, and then it was getting into the right company. With that said, you had to have the best skills. So for me, what kind of appealed to me more based on how I was becoming a secretary. And that was a real dream for me until it wasn't. I did my best in high school to be the top of the class with typing, and I was, with shorthand, and I was. And I learned everything that I needed to equip me. I was really investing 110% of my mind, my energy to becoming the best of the best. I wanted to be an executive. I wanted to work with an executive. And at a very, very high level, if I invest my time and efforts and my energy in becoming the best at all of the skills that I can acquire. And so I did that to 200% until I saw that it wasn't the right path for me. And the summer job that really showed this to me was the final summer job that I had between 11th grade and 12th grade. And that is when I really had a aha moment and said, don't think this is the route for you, but let me show you the way. So what had happened was that I had the honor, because it was truly an honor. I was selected with my skills by a lawyer. His office was located in a building that was on 5th Avenue and 42nd Street. And that was like the it job. Okay. That was the place to be. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is where it's going to start. And I can't believe it. When I went, it was as I expected. And I was doing my job, doing my role, going to typing briefs, legal briefs, and going to the court to drop them off, to get them done and come back and finish my task. And that was that, until I was asked by the lawyer, oh, when you're heading tomorrow to the court, can you pick up my cleaners? Can you pick me up these items? Can you pick me up these items? And I was like, wait a minute. That was the Latina in me. That I'm pretty new to this, but that doesn't sound like something I want to do or that is part of this job. And so I was like, after a couple of times he asked me and I did not do it if it's not part of the job. After a while, he stopped asking. I finished my job. I got an excellent recommendation. And that was that of secretary, of wanting to be an executive secretary. And I was like, that's it. I need to get a new career. I focused on finding a new career path, and the major that I selected was accounting. I was very good with details, very good with math, and I figured, why not? Went to college, graduated, did accounting for about 15 years or so, which I am grateful that I did. I learned so much, and I would not change anything. When people ask, what would you change? What would you tell your younger self to do different? I would not, because I would not be here, right here in this moment, if it were not for the experiences that I have. And I cherish every single experience that I've had along the way. And I would not change it for nothing. And I would not tell my younger person, do this differently. That's just me, because I feel such a reward of how I grew up, how I had to process things, how I had to struggle, how I had to persevere, how I had to, etc., 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 to get to this point that I am here right now with you. And I cannot take any of that back, and I will not. So, for whoever asked me that question, that is my response. What would I tell my younger self? Do not change a thing. Do what you need to do to make it happen. And so I'm really, really excited to share that piece with you, because it's an eye opener to hear someone's story, to hear their path, their journey, and understand that life is always a struggle and it's always going to be a struggle. So if you really have a passion for something, go for it. If there's a change in the lane, that's okay. It's a change in the lane, because then I ventured into accounting, and that kind of gave me another change in lane, because I never wanted to become a CPA, a certified public accountant. That was never within me. Even better that I didn't, because I knew that eventually there was going to be another shift. I just didn't know what, and I didn't know when. And it took a while to get there, but I got there. And guess what? When I ventured into entrepreneurship, I was beyond thrilled. It's a passion that I can't even describe. It's just I feel amazing about my choice. And that's the passion. And it doesn't mean that I do not go through struggles or challenges. It just means that I'm in the right place. And no matter what I need to rearrange to get back on the path, or get on a different path, but stay within what my passion is, then that's what I'm going to do. But I found my lane. I found what I truly love to do. And that's entrepreneurship. When you feel that passion, when you feel that connection, when you feel that no matter how many doors I have to go through, I'm going to go through them, then you are there. You just need to learn and keep learning and grow. Learn, keep learning, and grow. Entrepreneurship is about growth. Entrepreneurship is about putting the seal of approval with your name on it. And you can't put the seal of approval with your name on it until you take that step, until you open that next door. In the next episodes, you will hear about entrepreneurship in different aspects, pros, cons, and all different things. And if there's something that you want to hear that you haven't, of course, connect with me. Let me know so that I can share, talk about it, or if I know an expert in that, I will do my best to bring them on. I hope that this encouraged you to take a step back and see where you are at. If you feel that this will benefit a colleague, a friend, or just someone that you know, a coworker, share this podcast with them. And for now, that is it. And I will see you soon. Make sure to follow the podcast so that you can get that first notification that the next episode is here. Take care.